She got out?
Yeah, she got out. Tiva.
Tiva, 99.
What seems to be the problem, policy enforcer?
What's the license plate?
Tiva. Shh. Night night. Tiva. Baby. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Shut up. Policy enforcer, is it true that you're wearing a hidden microphone on your person? And is you recording everything that I'm saying? Tiva. Okay, baby.
Alright, let me get my mic then. Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Mommy, put your seatbelt on. Sit down.
Put your seatbelt and sit down. Put your seatbelt.
Sit down.
Come put your seatbelt back here. Sit down. Don't move. Stay there.
Night night. Shh.
Alright, what's going on?
Is it policy enforcer? Is it true that you're wearing a hidden microphone on your person and you're recording everything that I'm saying? Baby.
It's right here, but there's the microphone.
Policy enforcer, is it true that if I ask you to write down every question I'm going to ask you, that you're required to write down in your narrative report?
Okay.
No answer? Policy Tiva, baby. Okay, baby. Policy enforcer, is it true that your department has a written policy that if anyone commands you, call your supervisor, that you're required to do so at the risk of losing your job?
I can call my supervisor if that's
Baby.
what you request. Where are you reading from, sir?
Policy enforcer, do you know that demand is defined as a claim or a legal obligation?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, policy enforcer, do you know that demand is defined as a claim or legal obligation?
Okay.
Under what authority are you acting?
I didn't see your license and registration.
Under what authority are you acting?
I didn't see your license and registration.
Is this a transaction of security interest? If not, you will not be generating any obligation upon me to pay or perform, so there's no reason for us to be talking. And if it is, you need my consent for that, and I do not give my consent to your transaction of security interest.
I need your license and registration.
In regards to my driver's license, registration, and insurance, are you willing to claim under full commercial liability that I have an obligation to have such a thing to exercise my common law right?
License and registration.
Let's get your supervisor.
I now demand you call your supervisor. Policy enforcer, do you know that drive is defined as one employed in conducting a coach and carriage or other vehicle? Bovier's Law Dictionary, 1914 edition, page 940.
License and registration.
Policy enforcer, do you know that the privilege of using the streets and highways by the operation thereon of motor carriage for hire can be acquired only by permission or license from a state or its political subdivision? Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition, page 920. Policy enforcer, do you know that the statutory requirement that license be procured for motor vehicles used upon the highways based on the servitude put on the highways by such use and the advantages which the improved highways may afford the business which a motor vehicle is employed? Patterson versus Southern Ryco, 198 SE 364-214 NC 38. Are you gonna call your supervisor? 'Cause I demanded it.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done.
Okay, I'm listening to what you have to say.
Policy enforcer, do you know that no statutory duty lies to apply for or to possess a driver's license for personal travel and transportation, as person is not within the class or of persons for whose benefit or protection the statute was enacted? Roof vs. Quinn, 20 Cal 2D 488. Policy enforcer, do you have an oath of office? Do you have an oath in office?
Go ahead, finish your question.
Do you have an oath of office? Are you acting in accordance with the oath that you took? What is that oath?
Is that all your questions?
No, it's not all my questions.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Policy enforcer, do you know that the operation of a motor vehicle upon the public streets and highways is not a mere privilege?
You got some questions?
Is not a mere privilege.
Oh yeah, he asks us questions all the time.
I'm listening to all of his questions.
Baby, okay, baby.
Let me speak. We're letting him speak.
Tiva 99.
Policy enforcement, do you know that the operation of a motor vehicle upon the public streets and highways is not a mere privilege, but a right or liberty protected by the guarantee of the federal and state constitution? Adams v. City of Pocatello, 416 PD 2. Baby, okay, baby.
I'm listening.
No, I need you to call your supervisor too. Go ahead and call up your supervisor. I demand you call your supervisor.
Okay.
It's a legal obligation. Tiva, baby. Okay, baby.
Tiva
Okay,
99.
baby. Okay, baby.
99 Tiva.
Okay, baby. Baby. Okay, baby.
Tiva
Baby.
99.
Baby.
99 Tiva.
Policy enforcement, do you know that Article 6 of the United States Constitution states, this Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made thereof shall be supreme law of the land,
Tiva.
and the
99.
judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution and the laws of any state to the contrary, not one word withstanding.
Are you done?
Not even close. Policy enforcement, do you know that those in government are bound by the supreme law? The senators and the representatives, members of the several states legislators, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. Are you supporting the Constitution right now?
You have more questions, sir?
Policy enforcement, do you know that where a private statute exists, of which the intent is to regulate the regulation of commercial common carriers, a particular agency enforcing that private statute shall not apply it by trickery or deceit to persons who are not noticed by the statute as persons regulated and taxed, nor shall it permit any party to do so in violation of the person's right to stay on a compelled license contract when he is not a person subject to the statute unless clearly within his words. State versus Evershart, 179 P853 246 P2D 1011. Policy enforcement, I demand again, do you have an oath in office, and where's your honor to that oath? I know they're not, but I need them to call the supervisor. Policy enforcer, do you know that the distinction is made clear? I got this officer over here trying to take private numbers off my vehicle. Do you have a business card? Both of you do. Can I get your business card?
No, let me do my job. I'll give you a business card.
No, I need a business card.
You wait. You wait.
My time is precious to me, sir.
My time? Your time?
You right now, you're interfering with my rights to travel.
Well, guess what? You're under the traffic stop.
Call your supervisor up. I need to speak to your supervisor. That's a legal obligation.
Legal obligation?
Yeah, it's a legal obligation. Policy enforcer, do you know that article?
You listen to his questions. Listen to his questions there, and
No, I
I'll
already
be back.
answered those questions.
No, you didn't answer my questions. These are new questions.
Oh, you got another question?
And you the one who pulled me over.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking to you. I know you pulled me over before.
Yeah,
I know. And you already know. You already know what Grady Grimes told you. You know what Grady Grimes already told you. I know you do.
I didn't pull you over.
Yeah, you pulled me over.
I'm saying not now.
No, I know. I'm saying, but the officer that did pull me over is running away. Now we finished answering my questions. You're obligated to answer these questions. Do you understand that? Do you realize you're a public servant? Okay.
But did you realize you're underneath the traffic stop?
No, sir.
Where do you get those questions?
From the law. Do you not follow the law?
What law?
Do you not follow the law, sir?
Actually, to be honest with
You don't know the law. I know.
you, I'm actually out here serving and protecting you guys.
You're not serving protecting me by harassing me for traveling when it's my common law right. So by harassing me for just traveling,
So where's your license plate?
it's right back there. You didn't see it?
Yeah, but that's not a valid license plate.
If let him know I request a supervisor.
Hey, she's talking to him now.
I hope so.
Lieutenant Grimes ain't out here today.
It's okay. Get the one above him. It don't matter. Whoever is above you, whoever is above Grady Grimes, Lieutenant Grady Grimes, get them to come down. Have no problem.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Sit down, my man. What you saying, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
What, mommy?
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the vehicle according to my supervisor.
So I'm being detained?
Yes, sir.
Under what law?
Step out of the vehicle, sir, per my
Under what?
supervisor. You asked me to call my supervisor.
Yes, I did. And I want him here so I can speak to him.
That's not what you asked. You told me to call him. Step out of the vehicle.
I require your supervisor, ma'am.
Get out the car.
I require your supervisor.
Step out of the vehicle, sir.
Are you threatening me? Are you going to threaten me with violence?
Step out the car.
Are you going to threaten me with violence?
Step out the car, sir.
Let me sit.
Are you going to threaten me with violence?
Sir, can you please step
I demand you call your supervisor. That means he needs to come to the scene and see what's going on.
Sir, step out the car.
I demand you call your supervisor.
Step out the car, please. Don't make it harder than what it is, sir. Step out the car.
Don't touch nothing. Policy enforcer, is it true
Step out the car, sir.
that your department has a written policy that if anyone demands you call your supervisor that you're required to do something, so you're doing your job, or losing your job. I demand your supervisor show up to the scene.
Step out
That's
the car,
different
sir.
from what you said the first time, sir. Open the door.
Step out the car.
I will do nothing voluntarily. I will do nothing voluntarily. If you wish to threaten me with violence, threaten me with violence.
Step out the car, sir.
Sir, you need to step out of the vehicle.
I will do nothing voluntarily. If you wish to threaten me with violence, let it be known so I can get it on my recorder.
Sir, step out the car. You have a child in the car. Step out the car.
Policy enforcer, do you know that the distinction is made clear in Title 18 USC 31? A motor vehicle means that every description or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power
Sir,
and used for commercial purpose of the highways and the transportation of passengers or passengers. I'm not stepping out on nothing. I'm not doing nothing voluntarily.
Step out the car.
Step out of the vehicle.
If you wish to threaten me with violence, let it be known.
There's no violence. We want you
There's
to
no
step
violence.
out
I
the car.
just need you to step out.
Well, I will do nothing voluntarily. Call your supervisor up. Call your supervisor up. Tell him he's needed on the scene.
Step out the car.
Tell your supervisor he's needed on the scene. Write it straight away. Are you refusing? Are you refusing to call your supervisor, tell him to come on the scene?
You asked it first, sir.
Are you refusing to call your supervisor, have him report to the
I
scene?
called my supervisor for you, sir. You asked that. I did it.
But now call him again and tell him let him be known that I require that he be on the scene.
I gave you enough respect to do it the first time, okay? I listened and I called, okay?
Well, I'm asking again. Well, now I'm asking.
I'm asking you to get out of the vehicle.
And I will do nothing voluntarily. If you wish to threaten me with violence, let it be known for the camera.
I wish that you would get out of the vehicle is what I'm asking you. Step out of the vehicle, sir.
Step out the vehicle.
I demand you call your supervisor onto the scene.
Get out the car.
Are you refusing?
Yeah.
Also, you're a public servant.
I'm refusing to call the supervisor. Step out the car.
Well, again, I will do nothing voluntarily. If you wish to threaten me with violence, let it be known. And now I'm telling you that he needs to be on the scene.
Step out.
I'm telling you that he needs to be on the scene. I request that your supervisor be on the scene.
You advised me to direct you to get out of the vehicle.
And I'm directing you.
Now vehicle. He's not able to come at the moment, obviously.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
Either get out of the vehicle.
Now, do you realize you're a public servant?
Get out of the vehicle.
Do you realize that you're a public servant?
You need to step out of the vehicle, sir.
Even 99.
Are you going to threaten me with violence? Because I will do nothing voluntarily.
Sir, you need to step out of the vehicle.
I demand you call your supervisor onto the scene.
Joey, they do violence. I'm scared for you.
Don't worry. They're going to put my daughter's life in jeopardy. I'll sue all of them. They all owe me money. You better talk to Grady Grimes. I suggest you contact Grady Grimes. Either you let me go on my way, or you call your supervisor onto the scene.
Joey, I don't want violence.
He's calling the supervisor right now. Let him know I need him on the scene right straight away. He needs to report here. He's a public servant, and the public is requesting that he show his face.
He's putting gloves on for some reason.
I demand your supervisor report to the scene. Are you gonna get your supervisor report to the scene?
Step out of the vehicle, sir.
I will do nothing voluntarily. Are you threatening me with violence?
I need you to step out of the vehicle, sir.
Am I being detained?
I need you to step out of the vehicle.
Am I being detained? And if so, under what law are you acting?
Until you listen to my questions and do what it says, I will answer other questions.
There's no law that says I'm obligated to do what a public servant says. There's no law. Let me know what law says that I'm obligated to do what a public servant says.
You didn't step out of the vehicle.
So you're not truly protecting no one's laws, legal rights, huh? You're just trying to generate revenue for someone, huh? Did you take an oath in office?
Step out of the vehicle, sir.
You're wasting your breath. So either call your supervisor here or get violence, okay? Because I will do nothing.
You don't need violence, sir. I don't know why.
Exactly.
You're saying that.
Because that's what you want to do. You want to resort to violence. You want to resort to violence. I'm just trying to travel on my way.
Peacefully step out of the vehicle is what I'm asking.
You asking and I'm denying. You're asking and I'm denying. And I'm asking you, what you're illegally obligated to do is call your supervisor onto the scene.
I called him.
Can you step out the vehicle?
I need you out of the vehicle.
Don't you open no doors,
Can you
Mom.
step out the vehicle?
Why?
We need you out of the vehicle.
Why? She being detained? Under what authority?
Step out the vehicle.
Am I being detained?
But can you step out the vehicle, man?
Ignore him, please. Just ignore him.
But
They're dealing
am
with
I
me.
being detained?
Hey, they cannot deal with you. They gotta deal with me. You've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
Ma'am, are you gonna step out?
Am I being detained?
Can you step out the vehicle?
But can you answer my question?
Is she being detained?
Step out the vehicle.
Am I being detained?
But
And if so,
answer my
under what law? Under what law?
Step out of the vehicle.
Under what law? Then I'm free to go. If I'm not being detained, I'm free to go. Am I being detained?
You need to step out of the vehicle.
Am I being detained? Because if I'm not being detained, I'm free to go.
Sir, it's a traffic stop. You're not free to go. I need you to get out.
So under what authority are you acting?
Yeah, it is correct.
Under what authority are you acting?
I pulled you over due to your license plate, sir.
And what law says I require this?
Hey, Sarge is on with
Good.
you. Sarge is on.
So they're not taking me too.
They can't.
Why?
Because no crime has been committed.
Where's your license plate?
You don't see it in the back there?
Where's your Florida issued license
I don't
plate?
require that.
By what law do you not require that?
No, you tell me what law I am required to do.
I'm sorry, sir. I asked the question first.
And I'm not obligated to answer your questions.
What law are you not
Every question that I asked you, you didn't even answer one. So that's telling me you committed fraud. You're a fraudulent person. You're not an officer of the law. You're fraud. You're committing fraud. Stop committing fraud against me. I'm just trying to live my life peacefully. I'm a peaceful man trying to head home. Why are you bothering me? Answer these questions and truthfully, under oath. Claiming full commercial liability. Under what authority are you acting? You can't even answer me. Under what authority are you acting?
I don't want them to take me.
They cannot take you.
I have no idea.
It don't matter. They cannot take you. All they can do is try to take me, and that's it. And they can't. And they do that is through force.
You're saying you can't take me. How you really can't take me?
Because you gotta commit a crime. You committed no crime.
Yeah, back then he did.
I didn't get out the car.
But I can't read the bin. I already just got it off the bin.
I didn't get out the
So
car.
I can't recall the name offhand. I know he lives like down the road there. He got 1015 one time, reference to 49 also. I believe it was like not showing to court. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I asked her several times to step off the vehicle. She's refusing also to step off the vehicle.
Under what obligation is she mandated to step out the vehicle? Is she being detained? Am I being detained? And if so, under what authority?
Alright, but seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
All jokes aside.
There ain't no one joking here. You two are joking.
Not even a joke.
You two are joking.
How about you just step out the vehicle?
How about you get away from my vehicle and wait for your sergeant to get
How
here?
about you just step out the vehicle?
I'm done with you, man. Unless you want to answer my questions, claiming full commercial liability to these questions, that your answers, I have nothing else to say to
Just
you.
step out the vehicle. Just make it easier than what it has to be. Why are you making it more difficult?
No, you're making it difficult because you're violating my common law
Why you
right.
just can't step out the vehicle?
For what? So you can handle me and use force against me?
Sir,
Use the force now. Use the force now.
What force you want me to use?
I don't know. Whatever force you feel you gotta do.
Simply asking you to
Can you
step
just-
out of the vehicle.
For what purpose?
I just
don't
need
know
to
why
step
you
out the
need to-
vehicle.
For what purpose?
Talking peacefully.
We're not talking peacefully. You want me to get out so you can put your hands on me. Ain't no peace in your mind. Ain't no peace in your mind. So stop tricking me. Stop being a fraudulent person. Just give me your business card and his business card too, since he wanted to arrive on the scene, and we'll deal with it that way.
Step out of the vehicle and I'll give you my business card.
No, I'm not obligated to step out, but you're obligated to give me your business card. So run and retrieve it from me right now.
By what law is that, sir?
Public servant law. You must identify yourself.
I'm Deputy Roberts.
No, I asked for your business card. I don't want to hear it out your mouth. You're a fraudulent person, so give me your business card. I don't deal with fraudulent stuff.
So are you fraudulently telling me you're not giving me a name? Who are you, sir?
I'm administrator and director. That's who I am.
Is that your birth given name? Administrator and director?
That's my title.
What is your name? I didn't ask a title.
And I asked for a business card, but you're refusing to do it. You obligated public servant. I'm obligated to nothing. Policy enforcer, do you know that the distinction is made clear in Title 18 U.S.C. 31? A motor vehicle means every description or contrivance or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and used for commercial purposes on the highways and in the transportation of passengers or passengers and property, and used for commercial purposes means the carriage of any person or property for any fare, fee, rate, charge, or other consideration, or directly or indirectly in connection with business.
Okay, sir, listen, I'm going to tell you right now that my sergeant's on his way here, okay? So we're not going to answer any more questions.
Yeah, because you don't want to, because you can't.
Put your hands on the wheel so we can see them at all times, so we know that you're not doing anything. Okay, or you can play the game. That's good. Okay? So you just sit there.
I'm not obligated to do nothing you say.
That's correct.
Obligated to do nothing.
Okay,
You obligated to do what I say.
Please. Just sit right there.
Do you know the law?
Hey, you did say you want our sergeant to come out here. You say you want our supervisor to come out.
I want a supervisor on the scene.
Which we are having him come out. Okay? So if you just basically relax.
I'm relaxed.
We relaxed here.
Okay.
Once he comes out, then you deal with what you have to deal with at that point. Okay? But like I said, sir, it would have been a lot easier if you just stepped out the car.
How easier on you to generate some revenues against me? It would be easier for you, right?
Just indicating.
It would be easier for you.
It would be a lot easier for all of us if we just have stepped out the car.
It would be easier if you leave me alone and stop harassing me. That would be easier for me.
Sir.
I'm not trying to make your job easier because all you're trying to do is generate revenue. And I'm not obligated to no revenue.
To be honest with you, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you don't. So what I suggest you do, I suggest you go get a Black's Law dictionary and study up on the law, which you're supposed to be enforcing. Not arbitrary stuff.
Maybe that's a good idea, sir. But you know what? It would have been a lot easier if you stepped off the car. And you're refusing to step out, right, man?
Under what obligation she needs to step out?
To you, sir.
Under what obligation?
You're not the man here. Keep your mouth shut for a second, please.
Ask him if you're being detained.
Ma'am.
I just want to know if I'm being detained.
It's not detained. I'm just.
So then she's free to go. Then she's free to go. Say it.
So I'm free to go?
Yeah, if you step out the car.
No, she won't step out the car.
You just asked me a question. If you want to step out the car, that.
Don't you step out the car. They're full of tricks.
You have a child in here.
Yeah, you're right. I got a child in here. Why are you trying to endanger her life right now? By committing fraud. You committed fraud. You're trying to endanger my daughter's life.
I'm not saying that
my daughter's life you're trying to endanger with your fraud.
It'd be easier for you.
Go bother someone else with your fraud. No, you're not asking me questions. You're trying to demand things of me, and you have no right to demand nothing of me. You have nothing. The public service cannot demand nothing of me. You're a public service. I demand stuff of you, and then you obligated to do what I say. Okay, public service. Do you realize that, public servant?
Like I said,
do you realize that?
You're not being detained, man.
Huh?
You're not being detained. You can step out the car.
Am I being detained? And if so, under what authority?
Yeah, I already said that.
Under what authority?
Traffic stop.
No. I said under what authority? You must not know your job, so I suggest you research your work. I said under what authority? What law are you claiming against me?
Florida law right now. You're under a traffic stop for your vehicle test.
What title? What title? What chapter? What section? What subsection? What page? What book? Let me know.
Later. Well, you can go to the library.
No, you need to go to the library. I don't need to go to the library. Okay. You committed fraud. You committed fraud. Fraudulent activities, fraudulent people dressed up as law enforcement. They're not even law enforcement.
You heard, man?
Fraudulent people.
It'd be a lot easier if you step off the car yourself.
Hey, just ignore him. Ignore him. Pay him no mind. You say your sergeant's on the way? Go back to your squad car and I'll wait for him.
Don't tell me what you do, sir.
Hey, you're a public servant. You're a public servant.
Like I said,
you're a public servant. I just told you to call your supervisor. You did it.
Sir.
I just told you to call your supervisor. You did it. I told you to tell your supervisor to come here and you did it. I tell you what to do, public servant. I'm the public.
Don't tell me what to do, sir.
Just ignore him, answer no more of his questions, look forward, pay him no mind.
Ma'am, are you sure you don't want to step off this vehicle?
There he is.
Pay him no mind.
I asked you a couple times already now.
Somebody not taking me, I'm scared.
They cannot take you. Okay? Let it all go. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
You'll take me for not stepping out the car. You can take me for not stepping out the car.
No, they cannot. They need to tell you what they're detaining you for. Okay? They need to tell you what you're being detained for. Not, it can't be over fraudulent activities.
Just stepping out the car. Not stepping out the car.
What?
You're not stepping out the car.
No. Come on, man. Listen. Let it all go, please. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
And if they let me go, they'll probably come to the house.
Again, let it all go. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. What seems to be the problem, policy enforcer?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty bad. I got fraudulent people claiming to be law enforcement.
All right, well, I guess I'm one of them too then. I'm Corporal Green with the Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
And who are you?
First, I would like to ask you my questions.
No,
and
I'm asking the questions here because
no,
I'm
sir.
a person of authority.
I know. No.
You
What?
got stopped for not having
Authority over who, sir?
Huh?
Authority over who?
Over the U.S. government.
Over the U.S. government.
Yeah, the U.S. government.
You sure?
Are you a veteran, sir?
No, I'm no veteran.
I am.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately, I've given you the right to do what you're doing, which is against the law.
No. What law? What law are you claiming?
The law of the United States.
No, sir. What title? What title? What chapter? What subsection? What section? What page?
Okay, what law gives you the right to do what you're doing?
Well,
Title? What chapter? What subsection? What page?
Policy enforcement, do you know that the distinction is made clear in Title 18 USC 30? I'm start from the beginning, sir.
Can I see that?
That's my property. I will not relinquish my property. Policy enforcement, is it true that you wearing a hidden microphone on your person that you're recording everything that I'm saying?
I'm not hidden. It's right here. You can see it.
Policy enforcement, is it true that if I ask you to write down every question, sir, please don't lean on my window, sir. Please don't lean on my mirror.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I don't know.
That's my property, sir. That's my property. So you violated my property.
You're violating my property by not having a tag.
Okay. Policy enforcement, is it true that if I ask you to write down every question I'm going to ask you, that you're required to write down your police narrative report?
No.
Okay. Fraudulent activities. You're committing fraudulent activities. Policy enforcement, is it true that your department has a written policy that if anyone demands you call your supervisor, that you're required to do so at the risk of losing your job?
He's on his way.
I thought you was the one.
I can barely hear you, but
that's cool. It's all good. Policy enforcement, do you know that demand is defined as a claim, a legal obligation?
You need to slow down, sir. I can't understand what you're saying.
Policy enforcement, do you know that demand is defined as a claim?